Rogers Show. Starring Roy Rogers, King of the Cowboys, Trigger, his Golden Palomino, and Dale Evans, Queen of the West. With Pat Brady, his comical sidekick, and Roy's wonder dog, Bullet.
What is it, Bullet?
Nellie Bell, you're acting like a fat old lady. You're all out of condition. Starting tomorrow, you go on a diet. Roy, this is Jim Stedman. He's taken over the Carter place for the season. He wanted to meet you.
Hiya, Jim.
I thought you were the boss of this outfit. Do you have to stand watch, too?
Well, we're a little short-handed. The woods are pretty dry. Practically anything would start a fire.
Is that why the mountains and lakes above here are closed to the public?
Well, it's on account of fish, not fires.
You see, the lakes and streams were pretty well fished out in this part of the country, so we restocked them and closed the area to give the fish a chance to develop.
Boy, there ought to be some pretty good fishing in those high lakes by now.
Oh, I've seen some beauties. Rainbow, speckled, grayling, steelhead. Only
what?
Only there's a little thing called fine, which could get expensive.
Is that any way to treat a summer visitor?
Uh-oh. Trouble.
What's the matter?
Someone's in the closed area. Here, Pat, take over for a while. Up here, Martin. Hello, Roy. I'm going after him. You try to stay under cover, but just in case, take this. I'll be back for you.
Thanks, Roy.
That's one way stopping us, Bullet. We can't lose the forest just to get those two. Can't you do something to help? Attaboy, Bullet. Let's forget them for now. We better get back and see how Martin is.
This wound doesn't look so serious to me. I wonder why he's been unconscious so long.
Well, when you're unconscious, you don't have to answer questions. That could be a reason.
Maybe I'd better put him in Nellie Bell and take him to the doctor.
Maybe you better put the doctor in Nellie Bell and bring him over here.
That's an idea.
I'll need some more cotton and antiseptic.
I've got some supplies at my place.
Good, let's get them. I'll be back as soon as I can, Dale. No, Bullet, you stay and look after Dale.
I'm sorry, I can't fix you anything to eat right now.
Oh, is there any other restaurant in town?
I'm afraid not. Why don't you come back in an hour?
I'll do that. Seems that fella's in a pretty bad way. What happened?
He's been shot. That's about all we know. He hasn't come to yet.
Seems like he's getting pretty good care. I'll be back later.
Thank you.
She's alone except for a big dog. He might give us a little trouble.
I'll take care of him.
Come on. Come on. Go get Roy, quick.
She put the dog out. Let's go in. She got a good look at you. You stay out of it until we got things under control.
You let me know if there's anything more I can do.
Thanks.
I'll stop by tonight and see how her patient's getting along.
All right.
What is it, Bullet? Dale! 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 Who tied you up like this?
Oh, 2 men with guns.
Where's Martin?
They took him with them.
How long ago did they leave?
Oh, seems like hours, but I guess it's just a few minutes.
Well, I hate to leave you like this, Dale, but Pat'll be along pretty soon. Bullet, find them. Follow them, boy. Looks like another boat was pulled in here, Bullet. Come on, boy.
Head for shore as fast as you can. Get one.
Bad enough worrying about Martin talking. Now we got Rogers on our neck.
Well, that ducky in the lake didn't hurt him any. And I think he'll recover from the wound all right, too. In fact, I don't think it's as bad as he's making it out to be.
Then it's all right to talk to him.
Oh, sure.
Pete, how do you feel?
Pretty good.
Say, you made yourself some pretty tough enemies. Who are they?
Me? I got no enemies.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call them friends.
I don't know what you mean.
What were you doing in the closed area this morning?
I don't remember any closed area.
Who took a shot at you?
Look, my mind's in a fog. I couldn't tell you who shot me. I just can't remember. I can't remember anything.
Do you remember me?
Don't write him. Can't you see the poor guy's got amnesia?
I said, do you remember me?
I never saw you before in my life, Roy.
If you never saw me before in your life, how did you know my name's Roy?
I guess I must have heard somebody call you that.
You're faking, Pete. Who are you trying to shield?
Nobody.
Pete, Roy's trying to help you. He's your friend. Why don't you tell him who took a shot at you?
No.
Well, if you won't, you won't. But you'd better get over that amnesia before the sheriff talks to you.
Roy, what's this old fella do?
He works a mine up in the mountains.
Been there as long as anyone can remember.
Could he have been shot in a mining dispute?
Well, if he was, somebody went to a lot of trouble for nothing. That mine's as empty as a saddlebum's pockets.
But he was miles from the mine when he was shot.
And I'm wondering why he won't talk.
I'll tell you why. Pete's turned yellow. He's yellow through and through. Hey, Pat, look at that tree. The bark's all gnawed off.
Yeah, there's been some horses around here. It's funny they didn't leave any tracks, though. This ground's pretty soft by the lake.
Not horses, Pat. Mules. And they could be pack mules.
There's some over there, too.
There must have been a dozen of them standing around here. Probably waiting for their load.
Load of what?
Trout. This looks to me like a big commercial raid. I guess Martin saw them, and that's how he got into trouble.
Would a racket like that pay off?
Are you kidding? Do you know what they can get for those fish down in the big city?
Yeah, but it'd take an awful big gang of men to catch enough fish to make it pay.
Not too many. They wouldn't do it fly casting. They'd seine the lake with big nets. Why, they could get thousands of fish in a matter of no time.
Yeah, but what about getting them to market?
That'd be easy. They'd put them on these pack mules, take them down to the big lake, ferry them across to the south shore.
Oh, I get it, and a truck would be waiting there to haul them to town.
Right. They could do the whole thing overnight.
Well, I guess they won't be back.
Why not? There are 15 of these small lakes in this part of the country.
Roy! Oh, Roy!
That sounds like Stedman. Don't let him know what we found out.
Oh, Roy! Hello.
Yes, sir.
I've been yelling my lungs out all over these mountains. Dale told me to come up and look for you. She's had a message from Martin. He wants to see you.
Good. Let's start down.
Tie them up and take them to Martin's cabin.
Then what?
We'll fix them so they can't get loose. In a couple of days, someone will find them.
I don't get it. We could have put a couple of slugs in Rogers and his pal when you steered him into this trap. We could have had him buried by now.
Yes. And then spend the rest of our lives running from the law.
You think we can stick around here after Rogers is found?
We're through here anyway. Don't forget, you let Martin get away. We'll make a haul tonight and then fold.
We ain't even begun to clean up these lakes yet. We finish off Rogers...
Look, Karnak, it's simple as this. Now, we've got Martin scared. But sooner or later, he's going to talk. Now, if Rogers disappears just long enough for us to make a cleanup tonight, there'll be an investigation, but it won't last long.
What do we do after tonight?
You and the boys go down to town to wait for me. Meanwhile, I'll stick around here and help Rogers investigate.
Yeah. Yeah, that leaves you in the clear real nice, don't it?
So long as you don't get any ideas about Rogers, we'll all be in the clear. Now, you gonna handle it the way I told you?
Okay.
All right. See you tonight.
Bring the horses. We're going to take Rogers and his pal for a ride. Pete, get Rogers' horse.
You all right? Oh, sure. I never felt better. Of course, my arms are a little numb from being all tied up, and my legs are aching me like I'll never be able to move them again, and I got a headache where they clobbered me, but sure, I just feel fine.
Oh, here, see if you can untie my hands.
Bullet.
Good boy, Bullet. Untie me.
Say, I wonder where we are.
I think we're in Marden's cabin.
Well, why'd they bring us here? They could have killed us.
I think they wanted to just keep us out of the way for a few days.
Oh, I get it. So they'll make one last big haul tonight.
Yeah. Trigger.
Say, what happened to you?
Well, after I told him Martin wanted to talk, we started back. We were waylaid and beaten up.
What happened to Roy and Pat?
I don't know. I was knocked out. When I came to, I was alone. The fight was over. I guess they'd gone chasing the thugs who jumped us.
Yes, but I can't understand them leaving you like that.
Well, now, maybe they came back for me.
The doctor was here earlier. He said Martin got tired of waiting for Roy and talked to him.
What'd he say?
Said he saw some strangers net fishing in one of the upper lakes.
That's no reason for wanting to kill a man.
Yes, that's what I told the doctor. But then I guess it's a pretty profitable business.
Well, I'd like to stick around and see if Roy shows up, but I'm all in. Would you ask him to come down and see me if he does come in tonight?
Sure will. In the meantime, you go home and get yourself some sleep, and don't worry.
I hope nothing's happened to Roy and Pat.
I'm sure nothing has. Good night.
Thanks. Good night.
Well, you heard him. Now, what do you think?
Well, it could have happened like he said.
It could have, but it didn't. Stedman faked his part of the fight.
Roy, how can you be so sure? You were pretty busy yourself at that moment.
Last night in the hospital, when I tried to get Martin to talk, Stedman insisted he had amnesia.
Yeah, that's right, but...
One by one, these things aren't important, but put them together and they add up to something.
What are you going to do about Stedman?
Well, you heard him say he wanted to see me, so I think I'll accommodate him. Come on, Pat.
Night watchman. I brought you some coffee. I took pity on you.
Hey, Roy.
Stedman's going to the boat landing.
He's releasing the moorings that holds the landing to the shore.
He must use that landing as a barge to transport those fish across the lake to the highway. Let's go.
Well, that's the last of them.
They're taking off.
Yeah. We'll wait till they get out in the middle of the lake, then surprise them. Okay. All right, throw down your guns. That's better. Okay, Pat, throw him a rope and we'll tow him in.
Hi.
Boy, oh boy, did we make a catch. Do you know that them hoodlums were wanted in 5 states for seining out the fish in our restricted areas?
It's hard to believe anybody would stoop to that kind of business.
Yes, it is. When you disregard any of the rules of the forest, being careless with fires, or disobey the rules of the Fish and Game Commission, you're robbing every man, woman, and child who love the great outdoors of their rightful pleasure.
Yeah, and speaking of rightful pleasures, I'm the fishin'est, huntingest, cotton-picking hash-slinger west of the Rockies, and I don't aim to have no owl hoot take away my rightful pleasures. If and when I ever get a day off to enjoy my rightful pleasures.
I'm sorry you're so busy, Pat. Guess I'll go fishing.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Mustard and custard.
until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Happy trails to you till we meet again.
The Roy Rogers Show, starring Roy Rogers, King of the Cowboys, Trigger, his golden palomino, and Dale Evans, Queen of the West, with Pat Brady, his comical sidekick, and Roy's wonder dog, Bullet.
Brady, that's a lazy man's way of looking for stray cattle.
You give a lazy man a job and he'll find a lazy way to do it.
Yeah.
They ain't either lazy. Here, take a look. It's up to date. It's modern. Y'all are just behind the times.
One-armed Johnny.
One-armed Johnny? Oh, it can't be.
Look.
Well, what's so exciting about a fellow with one arm? Let me see.
It is.
Well, gee willikers. Hey, he's all white-like and he's leading a burro.
The legend is, whoever sees him usually ends up murdered.
Oh, murdered. Murdered? Oh, my gosh, and I'm seeing him. Murdered? Oh! Hey, come on, Littlefield, let's get out of here.
Hey, it's disappeared.
Just like a ghost.
That's what it's supposed to be, isn't it?
Must have left some tracks.
Pretty rocky here, Dale. It's so dry, Bullet doesn't seem to pick up the tracks.
Well, it was headed due east.
Maybe somebody's playing a joke on him.
If they are, they've got a pretty deadly sense of humor. We better report this to the sheriff.
Yeah. Hey, you ain't leaving me here with no ghost. Come on,
Pat, Roy, Miss Dale.
Sorry, Clay.
If I have to run into anyone, I'd much rather be somebody I didn't like.
Say, we just sighted one-armed Johnny.
One-armed Johnny. Great guns, he ain't been around since my dad was knee-high to a frog.
Well, he's around now.
Or someone made up like him. Keep an eye out for him. If you see him or his burro, get in touch with me or the sheriff.
I will. If I live that long.
Get out.
He's scared and he ain't even seen him.
Well, what's the matter? Go ahead and ring him again. Somebody ought to answer.
Hi, Sheriff.
Oh, Roy, I was just trying to get you. Am I glad to see you? And you too, Miss Dale.
I'm Dale.
Oh, yes, of course. Now, look, Roy.
I'm Pat.
Here,
Sheriff.
There you are. You know one thing, Roy? Ever since I went to the eye doctor and got these dad-blame things, I can't see my hand before my face.
Sheriff, one-armed Johnny turned up again.
Where'd you hear that? Where'd you see him? Where'd you see him?
Well, out on the range. We all saw him.
Well, in that case, it might have been accidental. You're safe for a while anyway.
What do you mean, safe?
Well, about a week ago, old Fan Kelso seen the ghost of one-armed Johnny across his pasture. And 3 days later, his house went up in smoke and him with it.
You don't believe those old stories, do you, Sheriff?
What do you mean, old stories? Nobody tells me nothing.
Well, Pat, back in 1872, one-armed Johnny Morton and his burro were killed on their way to the old Apache gold mine, which he claimed he discovered.
And since that time, a number of people claim to have seen his ghost.
And every one of them met up with some kind of a fatal accident.
Hey, Sheriff!
Oh, Pat. What's wrong? Came across him just as he was cashing in his chips. Said his horse throwed him.
Jim Neely. He asked us to ride in and say he'd just seen one-armed Johnny, whoever that is.
Zeb, get him over to the coroner. You fellas are strangers in town, ain't you?
Yeah, just in from Arizona, looking for a job. I'm Hal Creston. This here's Earl Hawks.
Where'd you find Jim Neely?
Oh, out in the range, about a mile from East Forks.
Boy, that's where we saw one-armed Johnny.
Oh, I think I'll sit down.
Roy, that's my phone. Get it, will you? I want to talk to these fellers.
I can't die yet.
Hello? Sheriff's office? Oh, yes, Mr. Gurney.
You have to come over right away. I just saw one-armed Johnny.
One-armed Johnny? All right.
I was right here getting these account books ready for auditing when I looked up and saw him and his burro staring in at the window. They were all white and ghostly.
Don't say that.
Mr. Gurney, you're business manager for Kelso, Neely, and Palmer, aren't you?
Well, that's right. Their spreads aren't large enough they can afford separate managers, so I work for all three of them. Why?
Well, Jim Neely's dead.
No. First Kelso and now Neely.
Neely saw Johnny, too.
So did we.
And I feel half dead already.
Sheriff, you've got to do something. I'm a marked man.
Hey, Pat, I better stick around here with Mr. Gurney.
You're not staying with me. I'm going into town with the sheriff.
Then I'd advise you to ride between the sheriff and Pat on the way in.
No, you don't. There ain't no ghost gonna sneak up on me from behind. Remember, I seen it, too. Through spyglasses, of course.
Well, I'll be back as soon as I check with the coroner on Jim Neely.
In that case, as long as you're coming right back, I'll stay here with you.
I've lost my neckerchief someplace.
Where'd you lose it?
Now, if I knew where I lost it, I'd go find it. Maybe I dropped it outside.
I'll take a look for you.
All right.
Hey, wait a minute, Dale. Don't you go out there. You need protection. You need men. What am I saying? Come on, Mr. Gurney.
Hey, what's the idea, Roy?
Take these into the bank auditor. Have him check them.
You think Gurney's mixed up in these keys?
There's always a reason for murder.
Hurry. Back way. Oh.
Any luck?
No.
What's the idea?
I want you and Pat to stay here. I may need your help.
Here it is, Roy.
Thanks.
Oh, gee whiz, that's a relief. I could just feel that silk neckerchief around my Adam's apple making beautiful applesauce. You see there? He knows they're out there because animals can spot spooks quicker than humans.
My cousin died, our dog howled all night. Of course, I don't believe in ghosts. Hello? Who? Oh, yes, he's here. It's for you, Roy.
Thanks.
Hello? Sheriff? You drew a blank that time, Roy. Gurney's books are all in order.
Oh, well, I guess I was wrong. Well, everything's fine here, so far. Okay, I'll be seeing you. You were just checking to see if everything was all right.
Well, does he have to scare us half to death just to find out how we are?
Oh, Pat, you're almost as nervous as Bullet. What's the matter with that dog?
Wait a minute, Roy. You can't go out there. You're in as much danger as I am.
Yeah, Roy, Johnny's after you, same as Dale, Gurney, and me. We all seen him.
The only way to tackle a ghost, if there is such a thing, is to go meet it.
Oh.
Pat, you can't let him go out there alone.
All right, I'll go. Faithful to the end, that's me. This could be the end.
Go on.
Miss Dale, if you don't mind, I think I'll lie down for a while. I have a head I couldn't put in a barrel.
Go ahead, take a nap. I'll be here if you need anything.
Thanks.
You know, somebody ought to tell Bullet he's wasting his time chasing a spook. Roy, we ought to go back to the house and protect Dale and Gurney instead of messing around out here where that spook can creep up on us.
Hey, look. Bullet's heading for that brushy canyon.
What do you see? Here, smell.
Horses. Listen, you follow Bullet. I'll see what that was.
Roy, this is gonna be the death of me.
Here he comes now. I heard you and Earl hide that burro.
We left him down in Brush Canyon.
Well, you better get him quick before that dog of Rogers finds him. Take him over to Clay Palmer's.
Okay.
What about me? Well, Rogers is up at the house. I don't want him to see you around here. You better go with Hal. Right.
Hello, Hawks. What are you doing on Meade Gurney's ranch?
Why, I'm working for him.
Is that so? When did he hire you? You were just in town looking for a job. You couldn't have gotten here before I did.
I saw him and followed.
Hey, Roy!
You better get out of here, quick.
Oh, gee. Oh, I know he'd meet up with that ghost. Hey, Roy, speak to me. Speak to me. Roy, you ain't dead, are you? Hey, Roy, this is your old pal talking. Oh, gosh, you're alive. Gee, for a minute I thought you was done for. Hey, me and Bullet saw that there burro, and Johnny was chasing it on a horse.
We better get back to Dale and Gurney.
Yeah, you better take it easy, Roy. Well, you sure did get caught.
Yeah. Bill, where's Gurney?
He's asleep.
But don't do that, Roy. I almost shot you.
I'm sorry, Mr. Gurney, but I wanted to make sure you were okay. Pat, where'd you say you saw one-armed Johnny?
Well, he was in that brush canyon back of the barn.
Well, I'm going to do a little more looking around. You better stay here with Dale.
Don't you worry about no ghost, because that Dale can hit a cork out of a bottle at 30 yards.
Dale, you better keep Bullet with you.
Sheriff.
I saw you from the top of the hill. I thought you were keeping an eye on Gurney.
I left him with Dale.
We're on the trail of one-armed Johnny. Of course, we ain't caught up with him yet.
But this time he's leaving the trail and he's heading straight towards Clay Palmer's place. Come on, Sheriff.
One-armed Johnny. You're not one-armed Johnny.
That's right. But you're going to phone the sheriff and say you just seen him.
I'll tell him you're a fake.
Oh, no, you're not.
On your feet. One-armed Johnny's our alibi. Folks may not believe it, but they can't prove it either.
Yeah, that spook's gonna take the rap for us.
All right, over to the phone.
Oh, no, Nellie Bell, not now. Now isn't the time to get moody. I know I filled you up with gas. Yep, you're full of gas. You got water, and I know I put 4 quarts of oil in you. Now, you can't blame me for not running. You're chock full of everything. Since I've put your cotton-picking name on the door, you've been acting like a prima donna. Now, if you quit on me now... this is the end of a beautiful friendship. Dadgum, I didn't think she'd ever do that to me. Oh, Nellie Bell, bless your little heart. I knew you would do it to me. Come back, you frustrated bluesy. Come back. Oh, Nellie Bell.
Sheriff, don't answer.
Yeah, give me that. Get in.
Then we'll write him a little letter. Get over here. Tell him you've been haunted by one-armed Johnny.
Rogers.
Get over here.
Sheriff, you didn't happen to check on those wills of Kelso and Neely, did you?
No, I never thought of it.
They could be the reason why they were killed.
Rogers is sneaking around back. Keep firing.
away with killing the sheriff, Brady.
Kill the sheriff?
Come on.
Gurney shot me, Dad blast him.
Wait, I'll get a bandage.
Hold on, Roy, will you tell this crazy galoot that we're on his side?
But he isn't on ours, Pat.
You're dead right I'm not. I see you took good care of my boys. I got here just in time. Get over them.
What'd you do? Get Kelso, Neely, and Palmer to make you administrator of all our holdings?
Where did you find those papers?
I didn't. But I knew between the 3 ranches you were handling a lot of money. Money you wanted to get your hands on.
Well, aren't you smart? Get over there with Brady.
And as administrator, you were in full control. So you revived the legend of One-Armed Johnny.
Yeah, and you tried to put the blame on that poor spook.
I'll get away with it, too.
That's what they all say, but they never do. You'll end up just like the rest of them on the wrong end of a rope.
You've got it all figured out, haven't you, Rogers? Well, so have I. I'm going to make it look like the two of you were shot by these gunslingers I hired.
Oh, now, wait a minute. Can't we talk this over?
He's in the house. Where's my glass?
Like Gurney and his friends play a little rough.
Yeah.
Well, I sure potted that spook. All right, get him up. You're under arrest. Put him up, all of you.
You're too late, Sheriff.
Oh, is that you, Roy?
No, I'm Clay Palmer.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, get him up, get him up.
It's me, Sheriff.
Oh, yes. Did you find him? Did you get him?
Put these glasses on.
Oh, gone things. I can't see a that blasted thing without them. Hey, Pat, let's get these fellas off to jail. Come on. All right, you, let's go. Come on.
Well, Roy, I guess that's the end of the legend of One-Armed Johnny.
I hope so.
Oh, Roy, I certainly want to thank you for putting me wise to Gurney.
You know what I can't understand is why Gurney didn't just steal that money.
He didn't want some money. He wanted all of it. You know, it's a funny thing about greed. It sort of grows on you. Starts out when you're young by wanting somebody's baseball bat or football that doesn't belong to you. Then later on wanting somebody's job. First thing you know, you're wanting everything in sight.
That's what happened to me, Gurney.
So long, Roy, Dale, and thanks again.
So long, Clay.
Bye.
What in the world are you up to now, Pat?
Well, I tried to load these 3 Jaspers in Nellie Bell, but she just wouldn't stand for it. She preferred the burro.
Hey, Pat, be sure and keep your hat on so the folks will know you. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Happy trails to you till we meet again.
Rogers Show. Starring Roy Rogers, King of the Cowboys, Trigger, his golden palomino, and Dale Evans, Queen of the West. With Pat Brady, his comical sidekick, and Roy's wonder dog, Bullet.
What is it, Bullet?
Nellie Bell, you're acting like a fat old lady. You're all out of condition. Starting tomorrow, you go on a diet. Roy, this is Jim Stedman. He's taken over the Carter place for the season. He wanted to meet you.
Hi, Jim.
I thought you were the boss of this outfit. Do you have to stand watch, too?
Well, we're a little short-handed. The woods are pretty dry. Practically anything would start a fire.
Is that why the mountains and lakes above here are closed to the public?
Well, it's on account of fish, not fires.
You see, the lakes and streams were pretty well fished out in this part of the country, so we restocked them and closed the area to give the fish a chance to develop.
Boy, there ought to be some pretty good fishing in those high lakes by now.
Oh, I've seen some beauties. Rainbow, speckled, grayling, steelhead. Only
what?
Only there's a little thing called fine, which could get expensive.
Is that any way to treat a summer visitor?
Uh-oh. Trouble.
What's the matter?
Someone's in the closed area. Here, Pat, take over for a while.
Up here, Martin.
Hello, Roy. I'm going after him. You try to stay under cover. But just in case, take this. I'll be back for you.
Thanks, Roy.
That's one way stopping us, Bullet. We can't lose the forest just to get those two. Can't you do something to help? Atta boy, Bullet. Let's forget them for now. We better get back and see how Martin is.
This wound doesn't look so serious to me. I wonder why he's been unconscious so long.
Well, when you're unconscious, you don't have to answer questions. That could be a reason.
Maybe I'd better put him in Nellie Bell and take him to the doctor.
Maybe you better put the doctor in Nellie Bell and bring him over here.
That's an idea.
I'll need some more cotton and antiseptic.
I've got some supplies at my place.
Good, let's get them. I'll be back as soon as I can, Dale. No, Bullet, you stay and look after Dale.
I'm sorry, I can't fix you anything to eat right now.
Oh, is there any other restaurant in town?
I'm afraid not. Why don't you come back in an hour?
I'll do that. Seems that fella's in a pretty bad way. What happened?
He's been shot. That's about all we know. He hasn't come to yet.
Seems like he's getting pretty good care. I'll be back later.
Thank you.
She's alone except for a big dog. He might give us a little trouble.
I'll take care of him.
Come on. Come on. Go get Roy, quick.
She put the dog out.
Let's go in.
She got a good look at you. You stay out of it until we got things under control.
You let me know if there's anything more I can do.
Thanks.
I'll stop by tonight and see how her patient's getting along.
All right.
What is it, Bullet?